Hey guys, this is Austin, and this is a mock-up of the iPhone 7. With the next iPhone right around the corner, there are leaks all over the place. And thanks to my friends B-Sound, you guys should definitely go check them out. They make some cool lightning headphones. I was able to get my hands on this guy. So at first glance, this looks a lot like the iPhone 6 and 6S. However, if you look a little closer, there's some pretty major differences. So if we compare with an iPhone 6S, the first thing that jumps out to me are the antenna lines. I've never been a huge fan of the way that the 6 and 6S look from the back. The antenna lines have always felt a little ugly. However, on the 7, it looks like they're cleaning it up a bit. Probably the most obvious difference is in the camera. So while the 6 and 6S added a camera hump, which is actually fairly small, the 7 has a much larger camera. So for comparison, if we measure the iPhone 6S, we get a thickness of 6.9 millimeters. However, if we jump over to the camera hump, it's actually 7.6 millimeters thick. Now if we measure the iPhone 7, we see that it actually comes in at a thickness of 6.7 millimeters, so it's very slightly thinner. However, I'm curious on the camera, we're getting 7.7 millimeters. Where this really matters is when you put the phone flat on a table. So with the 6S, there's a little bit of motion, but it's not too bad. However, on the iPhone 7, there's definitely some wobble. That bigger hump likely means that there's a bigger sensor inside. So Apple has actually done this before. When they went from the 5 to the 5S, while it was still an 8 megapixel camera, the sensor itself was bigger, which meant that each individual pixel could pull in more light. The iPhone 7 will probably keep the same 12 megapixel resolution. However, if you have a bigger sensor, you need a bigger lens to cover it, thus a bigger camera hump. If we look at the back of the phone, we're gonna see a pretty major change. Just like the rumors have been saying for a while, there is no headphone jack on the iPhone 7. Instead, in its place is a second speaker. Now this isn't a terrible idea. The iPhone has always had a pretty bad speaker, so if we have two, even though they might not be front facing, that's gotta be an improvement. However, no headphone jack is definitely not an improvement. So to be fair, you can use lightning headphones on the iPhone, and in fact these actually have already been out. I recently did a video on them, and there are some advantages of using lightning headphones, but that's mostly on the high end. As far as normal headphones that you probably already own right now, you're kind of out of luck. On top of the mock-up, I was also able to get my hands on an iPhone 7 case. So as you can see, if we pop the phone in here, it's a pretty much perfect fit. Around back, you'll see a bigger cutout for the new camera as well as the flash and microphone. For comparison, I have a normal iPhone 6S case here. So while the 7 will fit inside, if you take a look at it, it doesn't really quite match up. So the camera is not even remotely in the same spot. And while on bottom, the lightning port still matches up, that headphone jack is absolutely not there. So what do you guys think about the iPhone 7? Definitely be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if this video hits 25,000 likes, I will be giving away a brand new iPhone 7 when it comes out. Speaking of, my buddy John from TLD went even more in depth on the new iPhone 7, so definitely be sure to go check out that video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.